Hey, it's Oska from the Frontrunner Colombo.
And Tom from the Frontrunner Colombo.
And Kat from Back on Track Sports.
And you are listening to our Run Spesh podcast, our weekly podcast where we talk absolute nonsense in the hope that you buy shoes from me and Tom and get a massage from Kat. And that we keep you company for your hour run during the weekend. We love bringing it to you. It's a heap of fun. And we hope you enjoy this one as much as the others. Tommy, you're in charge today. You're in the bucket seat. I've got Google open and who knows what I'm looking at.
I'm doing it without notes.
Just aiming to play.
Does that mean you've got the best memory?
Maybe. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in charge. Oh, that's brave. Oh, actually, it's not really.
No,
I think I did some sort of research this week. Well, not research, but planning. No, well, I mean, we start off with training normally, but Kat's been sick this week, so not a lot of training going
on. You can probably hear it in my voice. Yeah, it hasn't been the best week training-wise.
You just sound like a Johnny Cash song.
Yeah.
But gravelly.
Husky.
I smoked a pack of Pall Malls.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been pretty average, eh? But, you know, I guess, like, this is why I tell people you're always on the line of, like, breakthrough or breakdown with like either injury or illness. So when you're pushing on that limit, yeah, it can happen. And it's always usually right at the end too. This happened to me last year with Gold Coast.
But you ran good.
Yeah, well, it was same thing, like 2 weeks out. I was like, yeah, shit, got a little cold. Knocked me back a wee bit. But I think, honestly, you get like an early taper and then you come out of it feeling pretty damn fresh. So fingers crossed that's what's going to happen. But yeah, I've just been resting this week. Couple easy jogs just to kind of.
Did you do that last time as well?
Yeah, I think I definitely took like 3 or 4 days off doing nothing and just like resting, recovering, drinking heaps. And I
Water,
always
not
going out.
not Tom's martinis.
Yeah, biggest tip is like keep drinking fluids and like eating as well, because sometimes you don't feel like eating either and that just gets you into a vicious
try to flush it
it
all out.
Yeah, so just try and flush it out and just trying to recover. But just
So because you were supposed to work out with us on Saturday,
so
you're feeling a bit shitty on Friday?
Yeah, it kind of kicked off like last Tuesday after Run Club. I just had like major headache and like head cold type stuff. And then it kind of settled. I was like, oh, maybe I just like got rid of it real quick. And I was fine for a couple of days. And then, Friday was terrible. And I woke up. I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. So I think I'll be resting.
I'm in the box and haven't done anything.
Yeah, but I was real keen to get that session done because it was 4x5K. And I was feeling real excited for it because I was also going to practice my like hydration as well. So yeah, I couldn't do that, but I'll do a wee session this Saturday just to kind of practice that a little bit.
We'll get the table out and the hag.
Yeah.
So then you just jog the rest of the week, which I think is really smart.
Just jogging, and I mean, it doesn't really worry me. Try not to stress about it.
What's your rule of thumbs for when you're like sick?
If it's anything in the chest, no go. Like I won't, because that can just turn into way worse stuff like bronchitis and.
We don't want that.
Nah.
I feel like if it's above the throat, like it's normally you can run through it. That sounds really okay. We're not going to go there, but like above the jawline.
I would agree with that though. Yeah, if it's like
heady, you can kind of run through it, but just like don't do the intensity kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I guess you can if it's just like head coldy, but it's a little risky because it could get a little bit worse. But yeah, that's kind of how I run it as well. If it's no further down. Yeah,
chest or like body ache sort of stuff. Just rest it.
It's
not worth it.
But that's like actual sick.
Yeah.
It's like infection.
I know people that push through it.
People do.
Yeah,
and then they end up and they're like,
why am I?
end
up like, oh my god,
I'm rolled. And I was like,
you're out for like 3 weeks. It's just not worth it.
You did run when your temperature was like through the roof.
And the good thing about
sweats.
I guess the good thing about a marathon is like you're not going to lose your distance conditioning.
No.
Nah, the work's
in that
done.
time, and it's like when you run a 5K and you're really trying to get to the peak of the conditioning, that can be quite interruptive, like 10, 14 days out, because you're probably doing your final VO2 touches.
Yeah.
But for a marathon, you're like, actually, well, look, I'm just more rested than I would have been, which is not a bad thing because we all overdo it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's way better just to go into the race feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I've still got 10 days now. So
Yeah. You're
and I'm
sweet.
feeling pretty good now. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Smart.
So non-existent training for me, but it was good.
Tips to go by for your own training if you get sick
Yeah.
leading into an event. Mine was pretty similar, I guess, to every other week. I didn't do any workouts this week just because we're racing Saturday. So yeah, it's normal stuff. I kind of race week is just drop back the intensity, or in my case, Plone doesn't really give us any intensity the week of the race, but keeps the mileage pretty normal, maybe like 5% off.
So no session at all, like no easy.
No.
Some strides? Do some strides?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I'll probably do some strides on Friday, like just jog 30 minutes and then do maybe 2 or 3 30-second strides. But yeah, I mean, that's just me, I think, as well. It's not kind of how he does it for everyone. When we're in track season, we normally do like a bunch of 200s on a Tuesday if we're racing Saturday, but it's very light. But now that I'm only doing one session a week, he's just like, well, your session's the race. So
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, my body's kind of used to just doing one hard effort a week.
So how are you feeling going into the race this weekend?
I feel good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any workouts to gauge anything off. Like
This is classic.
That's
Tommy,
the
though.
standard for me. So
Bro, you drive me nuts.
I did 10 by K with Maddie T last week, which was actually really good. It was kind of the first time I've gone under like threshold or like tempo pace for a while. So we started at like 3:06 and got down to 2:57s, which was quite good because I never really go under 3-minute Ks in training a lot, which was quite nice to just feel that pace again because that's probably what it's going to be like on Saturday, although the weather looks dog shit. So
Which would be
it's got
such a
rain.
shame.
it looks like it's going to be 5 degrees, 40 k an hour winds, and
high winds too.
2 months worth of rain in 24 hours.
Oh no.
So, and I don't know what that race course is like. I know it's pretty flat, but sometimes like car racing courses can get pretty flooded
Yep.
and puddle up pretty bad. So I don't know. Well, I'm holding hope that it's not that, but it looks pretty certain that it's
Hopefully
going
it's
to be
early enough that it
average.
won't get the worst. But
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like that 24-hour block is just
no.
I guess the bonus of like it being like we all wanted to see fast times. We wanted to see the guys running to 30 and the girls running to 35
gonna
or
be a
34
race
or whatever. But now it'll be a genuine race, and I think
race, yeah.
both fields are pretty stacked.
yeah, they are. They're very loaded, which is quite fun.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it a little bit further on. But Oscar, 3 weeks out marathon.
No, next Sunday, baby.
10 days, man.
10 days.
10 days. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous. Mostly because 42.2 kilometers is really
Just
long
hurts. Yeah.
Try not to think about it.
Yeah.
So what did I do last week? Friday, I did a little hour. Been doing some stride outs and bare feet on the grass.
Nice.
Feeling fast like the Flash, Grease Lightning, other such fast people. And then Saturday, I had a great workout with Goody. We did like a sort of a modified NAS Elite workout. It's like a 10-minute tempo, 2x800, 10-minute tempo, 2x800, and then 2 mile. And he's real fit because he's running with you guys this weekend, Tommy.
Yeah.
And it was so hard not to go after him. But I did my last mile repeat in 4:42, talking to Mus on the bike.
Good.
So I was pretty happy with that.
Well, what were your 800 pace?
We like 222, 223.
Yep.
So just under threes. But Goody was like, wow. Actually, we nearly got taken out by a dog. Oh my God. So we were in
Dogs in
Southie.
Hagley Park, man.
Yeah,
It's real danger.
man. So we were doing our first 800 meter rep and going pretty good, faster than 20k an hour. And we were coming like to the 600 meter mark. And this dog wasn't going to attack us, like it wanted to play. And Andy had like maybe 8 meters on me or something. And I saw the dog on the tree line, the tree line in the park inside.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit. So I kind of went a little bit to the right to be like, give myself some space. This dog just cut one of the trees, ran the gap between Andy and I. If you're watching on the video, I'm doing a great job of describing this. And then I shit you not, came within about 6 centimeters of his back lever leg.
Oh.
And like
That
just
could be
missed him.
bad.
And then the dog then swerved around the outside of him. Like, I think afterwards he suggested he might have been a little bit harsh on the words. with the owners. But it's just one of those.
frustrating, though.
It's just one of those moments where like the park is so busy, we're trying to take up the smallest amount of space we can. You know, on the path, and it's almost like you can see how chaotic it is. There's like a couple of sports going on. There's heaps of runners and athletes and stuff. Like maybe even if your dog's not going to attack us or like try and bite us, it's like as under effective control, just to keep everyone kind of safe. So, so that was that, and then Sunday, little easy double, and then I just cruised Monday, Tuesday, and then I did 2 by 20 minutes yesterday. Mixed it up with a North Hag action.
Ooh.
Did you go north?
Yeah.
Shit.
Did you go north?
The old school move. Yeah.
You know what? I used to always use north because it was like
same. I
a
never
little
used South
sweet
Hag.
cake. Yeah, nah.
Until
I
like
didn't
a year ago.
Yeah, same.
It was always north.
But I like that because there's no markers on the ground.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to
Pace.
just have that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted just to feel how I was feeling and like get in the groove of things and like just flow and feel like the effort, what it felt like with my breathing rather than like try and hit a pace. And which I think is important, like when you're getting close to race day a little bit, because especially a marathon, you kind of have this expectation like, hey, I'm going to be able to run this fast, and you try and match that all the time. And like it just doesn't always work out like that. Maybe different for a shorter distance, but like, how do I actually feel today? Am I running at an appropriate effort? Yeah, so I did that. And then this morning I did a little hour 45, which is way better than 2 hours 20. My usual Thursday morning shenanigans.
Yeah, that was
Isn't it funny the difference between like an hour 45 run and a 2 hour run? It's like 15 minutes, but
It's a whole
mentally it's like, oh.
It's a whole $6. It's a whole nother gel.
That's true.
So, no, but I ran another 100 miles last week. So I've run 900 mile weeks apart from the week we had road relays. Had all my sessions real well. And now I think it's just trying to land the plane. And I tend to hand the keys over to the boss and let him land it from here on in. So
you have one more kind of easy session.
yeah,
this
I'll do
weekend?
something Saturday. I think he's just got me in for like a sort of hybrid Naz Monganetti style kind of fartleki thing, which I always kind of enjoy. Just a mix of paces and times and just sort of get uncomfortable, being uncomfortable. And then we're going with a Polone approach actually for next week in like 2 by 5 minutes.
Lovely.
On Wednesday or
Beautiful.
something. Just to see. It's funny, like a marathon I think is all about trying to preserve as much energy as possible.
Yeah.
And that starts a week out. Well, we know that starts today for us, like Thursday.
Yeah.
So you're like, how do I preserve as much energy as I can?
Do you do anything differently nutrition wise the week leading up?
Oh, I've bounced around everywhere, with that. I'd say yes. I'm quite a high protein person.
Yeah.
But I would start to strip away some of that and
Just
swap
go
it for some
carbs.
carbs. More just because the protein makes you too full to
Yeah.
like get the carbs in, trying to. But then like the couple of days before, I'd be having a few sports drinks and a bit more salt and
Yep.
like trying to make sure everything's topped up. Not to the point of feeling sick, but just like, am I
In preparation.
in preparation for the fact that you're going to just literally make your organs fold inside out.
Cat's
Am I selling it? Am I selling
it? Yeah.
I'll be waiting near the finish line, waiting for you to come in and be like,
it's just not coming. Where is she?
oh, she stopped at K-Fry.
Needed some fuel.
Not too good.
K-Fry. No, it's so I'm really excited. I think I'm
Yeah,
pumped.
same.
I got 3 goals. If you want me to share them, I got 3 goals. One is obviously try and win the race. You know, it's kind of a goal to have. Can't control what anyone else is going to do, but can control what I'm going to do. The second one is to try and run faster than I did 8 years ago, which was 2:20 on the nose. And then the third goal is try and smile the whole way. That's
The
that's,
Hollywood smile.
yeah, like I want to be able to like just
Enjoy
say
it.
thanks to the people at the aid stations when I get my drink, and like just try and not get caught up in splits and
Yeah.
and
Too serious.
and the bullshit that eats your mind. It's funny, we have a saying with Quinny, like use the left hand side of your brain, just like sort of that enjoyment, happy kind of fun side. And look, there's going to get to a point where if there's a couple of us who are capable of all running roughly the same, where the racing's going to start, right? That's just inevitable. I got a little plan. I'm going to wear a cap and put it backwards and pretend I'm like 6-year-old me at the playground and take off. But I think for now it's kind of those are my 3 goals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say my main goals would be to finish. But I think like just feeling good at halfway. I reckon I'll be in a good spot.
But I think don't be discouraged if you don't.
If you're not,
Yeah.
I know. I also don't want to be in that mindset where it's like, I feel shit now. It's gonna just all go downhill.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
Do you think too? Like this is a good one. Tommy's distracted. This is actually this is not a sponsored post. This guava SOS is actually growing
delicious.
on me. It's growing on me. The first time I tasted it, I was like, "This is rat shit."
It smells
What is
delicious too.
Does it?
Smells way better than it tastes.
I reckon it
but
smells better.
I think it
than
smells like.
tastes.
I think it smells like it's
goes
going to
back to this conversation.
give me
last week.
chlamydia. Where was I going? Oh, you're like this was me on Sunday. You're running and you're like, should I look like Legolas out of the Lord of the Rings? And when they're doing that Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings 2, and he's got like the shield and he like slides down and he's got a sword out, his bow and arrow, and he just looks like the fucking goat. And you're like, he's just like, and I'm running along, I'm like, man, I'm moving so good, feeling me, and I've got all the range of my hips, and then you cross a mirror and you're like, nah, I look like fucking Gimli. I look like
You want to feel like that. And I hope that you're running how you feel.
yeah, you're like, I'm caught somewhere between Gimli and Gandalf, like just this old man dwarf, like who's getting thrown off the, how he gets thrown off the tower onto the bridge.
That's how I feel.
Can I throw you? So I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. But we don't always look pretty. Free flowing locks, free flowing. Say that drunk.
Yeah.
Free flowing locks. So that's just what I was thinking about. I thought like lots of things this week, to be fair. After the podcast last week, Mum sent me a video of dancing cows. It's like an old ad for a margarine company.
Oh, wow.
So maybe subliminally. Where is my?
I can't talk today either. I don't know what it is.
Fuck. Sorry, guys. Dairy Lee. There was an ad of dancing cows.
Amazing. So you've seen it definitely, and it's just been
subliminally nailed it. It's been in there since I've been like 4 years old. So thanks, Meadow Fresh.
I love it.
It's just in the back of his mind. Constantly on runs.
Speaking of dairy cows, obviously they eat grass to make them.
Wow,
I thought that was pretty good.
I know exactly what's coming next as well.
I thought that was pretty good. So they eat grass. Have you ever thought about maybe grass was just lots of tiny little tongues?
Tickling your feet.
Like tickling your feet when you run on
licking your feet.
This is your thought when you're doing your barefoot
This is what he was thinking.
That's what I was
Oh
thinking
my
about.
God.
I was like, imagine if there's just like, and they're all trying to lick the sweat off my feet. Like, hey,
Your feet do go very dry after barefoot strides.
yeah,
so
they are. They just like maybe
whips
let's take.
all the water away.
Maybe that's where we're going wrong with deodorant. Maybe we should start putting grass in our armpits.
Grass, like roll-ons.
Yeah.
fresh.
So
green scent.
if you're into molecular science,
The smell of freshly cut grass is actually quite nice.
Oh, it's
though.
a summer scent, isn't it? Reminds
Yeah,
me of a
it's
good
also-
time.
Did you spray it on your body though?
but it's also just hay fever.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I
I
feel,
mean, Sammy ran before he was sneezing. Like, no, I was like, oh, sorry, bro.
and
It's real bad down here
Yeah.
with the wind and that. Just
Yeah.
gets-
That's
I feel
right.
like it's been like nasally raped for 3 weeks.
Yeah. It's not great. Eh?
it's horrible.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It doesn't affect me at home.
What did when you put that breathe easy strip
Yeah,
on?
well, I can tell that story if you want. So I was contemplating racing with a breathe easy strip to try and get a little more nasal passage. And there was one day it was real bad in the park, and I couldn't figure out why I was feeling like dizzy and shit. But I literally, because my nasal passage was so far open, the fucking blossoms were going up there.
Oh my god!
Just-
Like full on leaves.
Yeah, I was like,
Coming out
you
of his
know,
nose.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if I had to blow my nose, it would have been like
It's not easy at all.
like odorings coming out of it or something. Manure.
Yeah.
We planted some strawberries at home. That was our dedication to doing some planting. Andy and I put 8 plants in.
Bam.
See if we can keep them alive with 2 kids. I
I don't like
the
the
summer
chances.
bounce.
I honestly don't love the chances at all.
Nah, they'll be picking them when they're like this little and like green.
Well, Indy's patience is just awful. But she's like, oh, it's red, Dad. It's like, mate, that has never been the colour red. It has never been the colour red. So that's some crazy stuff I was thinking about. What about you guys? Anything crazy?
No, but going back to the colour thing, do you ever think that people actually see colours differently than how you see colours?
Yeah.
If
So
you're
like-
colourblind, yeah.
So like,
Our interpretation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I reckon that blue is completely different to you than it is to me.
Well, we just assume that we think it's the same blue.
Yeah.
We're both looking at the same
isn't
thing.
Isn't that crazy?
If anyone wondering, we're looking at a Hoka box, and I really hope it's blue right now.
It is blue. Okay, can confirm. Well, I can confirm.
I guess the only...
Yeah, but that's the word that we've associated
Yeah.
with that. But who knows if what we're seeing is the same thing?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I
think-
mean, the different shades, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it gets tricky.
But... So then we've just kind of given all this power to the Adobe guy who makes the
Makes the
CYMK color
colours,
codes.
Yeah, the
You know?
hashtag colours.
But is that just AI now?
Probably.
Do you know AI is kind of funny in lots of ways?
AI is kind of funny.
AI is kind of
Yeah.
funny. And I've been caught down this Instagram shopping rabbit hole. I told you
no.
guys about this? No. So I've done this thing where I've got a rule. I've got several rules.
It's under $30.
It's under $30.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah, it's under $30.
No
What
way.
is it, hunch?
I have to buy 2 a week. So I have to buy 2 a week. So we get to Sunday night and I haven't
Just
bought
gonna hit the
anything.
jackpot on something.
On something. I got to buy it. And then it's simply to see where the algorithm takes me. I have some outrageous shit turning up at
Oh,
home.
gee.
But this is all culminated in about 9 or 10 weeks of like ads. So it started off with like sleep aids, you know, masks,
Yeah.
sleep strips, you know, like melatonin strips,
Yeah.
whatever. And and then it kind of went a little left, and now it's just ended up with like sex robots.
Oh, wow.
And I've got 3 of them now.
Yeah, it took a really wild turn.
so
Sleeping to 6-year-olds.
What have you been Googling?
Katie's like, oh, their sleep's like really nice. And now, what are these things showing up? Oscar.
you know, you never see a male sex robot.
Don't. No. I'm not wrong.
They'll be on there somewhere.
The good news is they were more than $30, so I had to swipe left.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
swipe
that's a
left on the
shame.
robot.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I've ended up with like weird shaped pillows, like.
So you get really sucked into those.
Well, I
Nah,
just
ad buy.
well, I just simply wanted.
He's testing the theories.
I'm testing the theory to see where
This goes.
the algorithm takes me,
True.
and because I'm convinced
How
that
deep round the rabbit hole can you go?
yeah, and I'm just convinced that either we're going to end up in like Alice in Wonderland scenario where we're walking through a door that doesn't exist. Which, to be fair, those strips that I've got to make me sleep have some questionable dreams attached to them.
no.
Oh, man.
And they just knock you out for like 7 hours, and you're like, "Well, I'm here for the ride now."
Yeah, what are they lacing that thing?
I don't know, man. But it kind of tastes like you're like, yeah, okay. And then
Funky.
like 20 minutes later, you're like,
Dong. Gone.
Yeah.
it's
quite nice.
And what to be fair, like for someone who struggles with sleep, it's not a bad investment. You mix that with some magnesium powder, and like you could
Lights
be
out.
on planet whatever. Aliens are real. Beep boop, beep boop.
Aliens are
Beep boop.
real.
I think we're aliens.
Yeah,
we are.
absolutely. To another species.
I'd love it right now if this was the moment Kat just took her skin off and she was just she was just screaming. She was just screaming like, "Can't trick you fuckers."
Gotcha.
Do you know, have you seen, okay, this is my last tangent and then Tommy can get us back on track. But have you seen there's a kid's book like Bad Granny? And she is literally an alien, and she
No.
flies off a whole school building to like Mars or something. It's fucking great. I was like, whoever wrote this was
I've
like,
never seen that before.
No.
I think it's called Bad Granny. I used to read it to Indy, but and she like literally like, this school fair is so boring. Do you want to go somewhere fun? And then she like
Boost off to Mars.
boosts off to Mars and takes everyone to like some random planet where they have a party.
Oh,
Jesus.
no, the magic. That sounds like the magic school bus.
Whoever wrote the Magic School
That's
Bus
the best.
took a lot of LSD. Like,
Yeah.
I love that show so much.
Looking back on all those kid shows and you're like,
kids just watching that, she's like, oh, this would be way more fun on some.
where did this all stem from?
But you watch it, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're like,
Like, what the fuck?
what the fuck? But isn't that like most TV shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like kids shows?
Definitely kid shows, yeah.
So I watch some of them back now at the end, and I'm like, oh, that's marginal.
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies is. I'm not. No, we're not. Going
Yeah, let's not go there.
there. I'm going to show some refrain. Yeah. Okay. So my training's good. Thanks for asking, Tom.
Oh, no, that started with training.
my training's great. I'm going to run so good. I'm so fast.
Very far-fetched.
Yeah.
But training, yeah. I mean, big news this week for, wow, really only athletics now, but Com Games.
And long goals.
It's happening. Yeah. Okay, don't get me started on that. But yeah,
It's happening.
It's happening. So that's positive number 1. But negative number 50 is there's no marathon.
Yeah.
There's no triathlon.
No tries said.
And no track cycling.
No, the track cycling?
No track cycling. So that's like a big medal haul for New Zealand gone. Because we dominate that stuff, don't we? What else was there?
I like the way you said dominate.
Well, it was our biggest medal tally, I believe, from the last Com Games.
I'm not talking about medals.
Yeah, I know.
I was trying to keep you on track there. Didn't work.
But, yeah.
I don't know. I just think, it's kind of disappointing that there's no
It is
marathon.
disappointing.
Oh, but you know...
But
you go first. Yeah, you go. Sorry.
and the marathon. Oh, and the triathlon as well. Like 2 sports that have been in the Com Games for a very long time.
But realistically, what was the marathon standard going to be?
Yeah,
And
that
who's
is true.
gonna make it?
An hour 57.
But that's the thing, like, they just need to change the way Com Games is looked at. Because, like, you have
Yes.
this ridiculous world champ standard now for the marathon,
Yeah.
which is harder than the Olympics to go to, which kind of makes a little bit of sense, I guess, because the world champs is so selective and it is just track and field and running, whereas the Olympics is everything. So they, in theory, it should be a little bit more lenient, I feel like. But
Com Games should be a stepping stone.
Com
to
Games,
those events,
yeah,
though.
exactly.
I've been Googling.
Yeah.
Not about sex robots. But I've been
it has
Googling
popped up.
an article from the BBC.
Oh, yes.
Big Bad. No.
Yeah, what, is there any explanation for why?
Tommy missed it.
Yeah,
just-
they completely went over my head.
Oh, it's just the BBC. You think about what acronym
Oh,
that could
yeah.
be for, and
Okay,
then
yeah.
and
I'm
I'm
getting
getting,
now.
I'm getting
Say it.
cancelled by the biggest broadcasting. Anyway, that's made someone laugh. So athletics and para athletics, track and field only.
Yeah.
Swimming and para swimming, artistic gymnastics, track cycling and para track cycling. That's
what
on,
it is then?
That's on the list.
Oh, I definitely saw a post that wasn't.
Unless
on.
that's changed since these guys wrote their article, but this is
Well,
literally
that
the
would be
BBC.
pretty reliable. I think.
Okay.
Netball, weightlifting, and para powerlifting, boxing, judo, bowls, and 3x3 basketball, and 3x3 wheelchair basketball. So I mean, I like the mix of para and able body. I think that's cool. Do you know what I'm going to say on this? Because no one gives a fuck. But I'm going to say it anyway. If this just means that we get one more year before the next guys figure out how to make it a full schedule,
Yeah.
I'll live with it.
Yeah.
That's what I
you're
was
right.
thinking as well.
It's just like a carryover until they can.
Because we can't have a situation where cities are losing $1 billion
Yeah,
for us
yeah.
to have some entertainment for 2 weeks.
For the Com Games, they could literally just pick 3 spots, like
Recycle
London,
them, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the infrastructure's
Canada,
already there.
somewhere, and then like Aussie,
And if we all go
And
in and
just-
fund it, like as
Yeah.
a globe,
and then just
Like
keep
the
going
athletes,
around.
but like they just want to compete at the end of the day. They'd rather be somewhere
just-
racing each other or
Yeah.
like competing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if it's in a different place every year.
so the question is, we're gonna fly over and record live at the Commonwealth?
I think so.
Games?
Infield. On the
Infield.
track.
That because so someone wants to pay us to do that.
BBC.
BBC, they're not.
They can
think
pay us, yeah.
yeah,
They might have a lot
I
of
think-
I
money.
think we might have lost that one.
I think we might have lost that. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
Glasgow would be pretty cool though.
Glasgow. Do they do a marathon in Glasgow? Maybe we can go and run the marathon, not the Commonwealth Games marathon.
They definitely
And then-
do.
They would, surely.
Yeah.
It's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a hot topic for the week. And then I guess the other running topic is Timbru 10, which is also national champs.
Tomorrow.
And Motley has made this event probably the most like prestigious 10K to go to, which is pretty awesome because it's just down the road for us. So we don't have to travel to some obscure location to get there.
He's done a great job in the last 3 years.
I mean, this is my first time doing it, but you guys have both done it?
Yep.
Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
it the first 2 years, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
So it's organised by Run Timaru,
Yeah.
which is the local, like the bigger local club down there. Craig is obviously assisted with the RD and its nationals.
Yeah.
Like year one was awesome. We had a beautiful day.
Yeah,
Like-
both years I've done it.
Yeah.
Stunning. Perfect. You guys get
You can
that
get-
one,
yeah.
so sorry.
Like 1 in 3, right?
Third time's a charm. Not this case, I don't think.
But it's basically set up for PBs. Like he gets all the paces in,
Yeah.
it's dead flat.
Normally
he's got-
pretty good conditions, right, as well.
Yeah.
Like, ideal for running.
The first
fast,
year we
but-
had no wind.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
9 degrees.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And I think there was the year Avery ran like 29:30, and
Yeah.
then Caden ran 29:40 something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple, and then I paced the 31:30 group. We had 9 guys break 31:30.
Yeah.
I'd just like to give myself a shout out because I ran 31:31. And that's because I pulled to the left to let the guys come through in the last 150, and they all ran 31:29.
That's awesome.
So good. I PB'd also.
You PB'd, yeah. That was the
34.
catalyst you go on a World Cross, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how cool is
Yeah.
that? Which is awesome because there was the last year that's what got Will.
Yep.
Will
Yep.
got his time, and then the year before that got Avery a time.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
World Athletics certified now.
Yes.
He got the course certified. So
Like
that's
big
pretty
dog
cool.
certification.
What I love is
You can qualify for
the
a lot of
the
events.
whiteboard that Motley has set up there with like real specific splits on every time you come around.
Really?
Like,
8
yeah.
minutes,
Oh, that's
28
cool.
seconds,
Yeah, yeah.
and 31 milliseconds.
Because it's like a 2.3
Holy shit.
2.3,
or something.
yeah,
like
3.7.
Yeah.
But he's worked it out to like the millisecond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
Love
crazy.
it. And you're like, point when
That's
you
so
come past.
crazy.
Right.
That's how he gets us ready for road relays as well. He's got a little spreadsheet out.
He loves it, eh?
But it's also nationals this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
is.
there's a national title on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I kind of wish I could go down to race that, but just too close for me.
Yeah.
You can't do everything, can you?
Can't do everything.
I'm trying to find a start list as we speak.
I think the big three in the senior women's was Bridget, Laura, and
Tilly? Oh, was Tilly racing?
Eva.
Oh, Eva's.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they were pretty, I think they were pretty like close PB wise, right?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
Laura
Laura and
and-
Bridget are probably aiming for like mid 33s, which
Yeah.
definitely capable of, if not faster.
Yeah.
Depending on the weather, though.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I
Hopefully-
think times if the weather is what it says it's going to be, it's probably going to go out the window. But which
be a
will
good
make it
race
quite
then.
cool, and there's race.
You just have to race.
Yeah.
And then in the men's, obviously you got Tanner, Olympian, and Chignall's first race in New Zealand in a long time as well. So that's pretty cool. He's back racing the Chignall train, and then Will Little and Connor Melton. So Will's had a really good season, and Connor won National Cross. Both ran pretty decent at road relays as well. So then
So, what are
And
your
good shape.
predictions for the men?
Predictions.
for the men's,
Sweepstakes. Is that
I
what you
don't
call it?
know.
Should we do a sweepskate? Sweepstake.
like I haven't really talked to many of them about what they're. I mean, I think the original plan is Tanner is actually pacing for 29:30.
Yep.
But whether that happens or not because of the weather, we're not too sure. So I mean, Chignall, Will, and Connell more than capable of that. There's other guys in the race as well. I'm just listing probably the 3-4 top guys. But yeah, I mean, depending on what kind of form Chignall is in, he had a pretty handy Gold Coast half. I think he ran a PB there, 63 something.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
But yeah, 10K, it's, who knows, man? Any one of those boys could have a blinder and pull it out. And there's probably, I think it's got to be one of the deepest 10K road champs I've had because it's down to, I think, 10th or 12th on the list is still sub 31 PBs. So
That's crazy.
Pretty
10
amazing.
to 12 guys under 31 minutes is pretty handy, and then a handful that have already run under 30. So, yeah, and then obviously you got under 20s, and did they do juniors as well?
Yeah, so you got, I'm looking at this now, you got
Yeah.
17 senior women, which is a great turnout. That's better than the 4 we had.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then and then extra to that is 6 under 20 women. So you're going to have, 23
Yeah.
in that 10K race. And then the men's you're looking at like 30 odd. And then there's a really good sort of 35 to 39 as well. So you're probably going to have about 50 in that race.
Yeah.
Men's under 20, you're looking at 10 or 12 of them. So that first race at 7:40 a.m. down at the Bluestone Timaru 10 track is going to have all the big dogs in it, men and women. And you're right, that women's field is spicy. There's
We're
probably
gonna live stream this.
yeah. Or I was trying to. Normally with events they do, but I know sometimes when they push the event out to someone else, then they don't have that. Doesn't look like there's. I'm just looking at the website now. Doesn't look like there's anything there, but it's gonna be great racing.
I think Avery said he's on a mic, so I don't know what that entails, but Avery on a mic
That's
is always
scary.
a dangerous time, but he does do a good job.
That's very scary. So who are we saying in women's? We need to write this down. Who are we saying? Number 1.
Predictions?
Yeah, number 1.
Laura,
Number 2.
Bridge,
Number 3.
Eva.
Men's. Ooh.
I'm not doing this because I'm in the race, so I'm staying out of this.
I think it's 50-50 depending on Sammy races. But
If Sammy finishes.
if Chickenell's fit and he's in 28 low Chickenell shape, he's hard to look past.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Chig.
Connor's gonna have some pretty good confidence from
Yeah,
Rossi.
I reckon I go Chig Tanacon.
Nice, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty solid.
I think that'll be my hot take for those. So we'll see how close we get.
Circle back to it.
We can circle back to it next week. If
See how
anyone that
close
doesn't
we
know,
were.
if anyone listening who doesn't know anything about New Zealand distance running, you have already switched off.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. That's cool. And you going down on Friday night?
Yeah.
Where are you staying?
In my car.
Hey, actually. All right.
Gonna sleep in the car.
So,
Wake up. I mean, like,
great prep.
To be
for
fair,
this.
on race night, like, I don't know about you guys, when a race is that early as well, you get up
It's so early.
pretty
Fucking fuck
3 hours before anyway. So, like, I'm not gonna get a great sleep, I don't think, even if I was in, like, a hotel or something.
I think you'd get a better sleep.
Better sleep.
You would. You'd get a better sleep.
Or at least not
Yeah.
put your back out.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're the only one sitting around with a 2 in front of your age.
Yeah. No,
You're
but
like,
I mean,
we could
I've for the last few races, I mean, in Sydney, I was sleeping on my mate's couch for a week before the race. That went all right. And then slept on Will's couch before relays. I think because I can sleep in pretty much anywhere, like, it doesn't really faze me too much. I could take the little camper van down, which actually has a bed in it.
That would be
Which I was
smarter. Do
thinking of
that.
Do you
doing.
know that is the sickest thing ever? That little thing your dad built.
Yeah, little teardrop
Take that.
camper is awesome. Yeah, but it's also like I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of admin because I'm literally just going to go race and then come back. So
Let the man sleep in his boat.
yeah, I'll sleep in the car and then
Sleep in the
run a
boat,
PB the
Jack.
next day. I don't know.
In the race.
Yeah, but no, it was just too like I decided really late notice that I was going to race and accommodation and Timaru was slim at the best of times. So yeah, it's just what it is.
Are you guys just sleep at the track? Like drive your car up to the start?
No, I'll stay in a little like Temuka campsite thing and just park my car there and do it that way. I could maybe stay at the race course or just park in someone's like a mate's driveway.
That's so loose, man. My brain, my OCD
I'm like,
brain's
oh,
like, I
Queenstown-
can't cope with
for
it.
Queen-
Queenstown, I will take the camp down though because there's like no accommodation in Queenstown.
Their thing will be a
Yeah.
chick. Their thing will be a chick magnet.
No,
You can drive that. You can drive that
I'm
little
probably gonna
teardrop
be
round.
parked like some really obscure place in the middle of nowhere and just make my way to the start line race and then go from there. But yeah, so that's exciting this weekend. Shoot,
Oh yeah.
Hurricane.
Shoe of the week.
They brought it back.
But like a
Saucony has
hurricane.
brought it back.
What's that song? AC/DC. The hurricane.
Oh, I'm too young for that. I don't know.
AC/DC.
I
AC/DC.
think
I'm mad at myself for not knowing. Yeah, so you got it. Here I am, baby. I'm like a hurricane.
Maybe we should just do a karaoke song every week.
we did have Oscar. I think you have stats on this baby bad boy.
Oh, I got so many stats. Someone on YouTube hit me up about my stats.
Oh really?
Yeah, they left a comment. I
Well,
was
for
like,
being
well,
wrong or right?
well, the truth is, who cares?
And that's how he replied.
No, there's some problems with stats at the moment, and I'm going to talk about them, and you guys can listen if you want,
Yeah.
as you are. So the first problem is all the brands do their stack height differently, right?
Different areas.
So different areas, but then also different components. So what you might see as the finished product on the website includes outsole, midsole, strobel board, and inner sole. But what we get in the tech sheet breakdowns that isn't always available to the public is a combination of, we see the outsole is 3 mil, we see the midsole is 28, and then we see the strobel and the inner sole is 7. So then that gives us a 40 mil
Stack.
total stack, but quite often what I'll refer to as the midsole stack, not the shoe stack, and I can see how that could be confusing because you could have like 7 mil of outsole rubber, which would make the shoe feel like dog shit, and then 25 mil with a midsole stack, which gives you a 32 millimeter between the two of them. It's going to feel very different if you flipped it the other way. So I try to make that clear. In saying that, oh, shut up. The midsole alone in the Hurricane is 38, 32.
Yeah.
When you add the outsole, the strobel, and the inner sole, then you get up to that 44, 45.
It's a big boy.
That's huge, eh?
Solid shoe.
I mean, I had a pretty exciting shoe week, but how did we get here? I ran Auckland half marathon in 2013 in a pair of Essex Piranhas.
Which was about 10 mil.
Less. Honestly, less.
All up.
Yeah, 10 mil stack.
I reckon they weighed about
tiny.
84 grams.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I may as well have been wearing socks. And now on next weekend, I'm going to wear a pair of Pumas with a 40 mil stack. But sorry, I digressed real bad. So 6 mil drop, 300 grams for a men's size 9, which puts it at about 270 grams for a women's size 7, 265 grams for a women's size 7. Uses the Power Run PB core and EVA H frame, which gives it some inherent stability. It's interesting because the Hurricane traditionally has been a medially posted shoe, and it disappeared for 2 years, and then they decided to bring it back. This is what Hoka should have done
Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
I agree.
Yeah, they really missed the boat, I think. So super stack, rocket, really nice upper.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, the big wide shoe base, you're going to hate it. But it's basically a comfortable Bondi.
Yeah. It is.
Sorry, Hoka.
It looks like a Bondi.
Yeah, it's because the Bondi. I don't know why people like that shoe, man. Is it because Kim Kardashian or something wore it? I don't know.
The Hokas have become like a trendy shoe.
Yeah. I put the Bondi on and I'm like,
Yeah.
this should be a foundation for a house.
It is humongous.
It sucks. I
Yeah,
shouldn't say that.
it's a pretty comfortable shoe, this one.
I like that. You've been running some delicious reviews.
I have.
I'm going to read it straight from here. Saucony has truly elevated the running experience with the new Hurricane 24. I mean, that's beautiful. Introducing what might be the most innovative.
So I better put some time and effort into it.
At the heart of the design is the dual cushioning system, which expertly blends plush energy returning Power Run PB foam with the robust Power Run foam frame. So, like we talked about, it's just really smart
Yeah.
and reasonably simple, but really smart.
And they last. Like, we know that Power Run PB foam lasts forever.
Correct.
And I was a little bit worried about the outsole because there's not a whole lot of outsole material on it. But I think just knowing that the Power Run holds together so well, it's probably not an issue.
Well, it's got more coverage than the Tempest.
Yeah. But you do really notice, I think when I put it on actually, was like having this new H frame system. It splays and the soft bit is like right in the middle of your foot.
Gotcha.
So it feels like it's kind of expanding outwards
Into the harder foam and then collecting it back up and pushing you back up again. Yeah.
So it kind of, if when you put all your pressure at it, does expand and then it shoots it back up the middle, which is actually quite nice. So being a huge shoe, it doesn't feel like super chunky. But I think the upper was really nice. It doesn't look super breathable, but everything that I've heard and when I put it on my foot is really breathable upper. And the lockdown fit's quite nice because I've got the two
extra lace holes.
Yeah, extra lace holes, and the Tempest only has one, which sometimes can be. I mean, I don't find the Tempest bad, but some people say they would like a better lockdown fit, whereas this has got the double lockdown. So, in theory, it should be more stable around that midfoot. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's like you said, it's changed significantly from the last time we had the Hurricane, which had a big plastic post on the medial side. But they've kind of gone away with that. I think probably more so because the Tempest is there in that category now. So
I think this is more universal.
Different. And it works for more people for sure.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a good addition to their range, I think.
So we're going with, it's a road shoe,
Yeah.
super stacked with a more responsive foam than others in the category.
Yeah.
Made for someone that needs moderate stability.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think you get away with like moderate to quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because of the shaping and the tooling and the sheer stack height. And I think what it does, it gives perhaps that bigger runner another really comfortable, slightly more resilient option to run, the long runs in. Like, because we've often talked about, if we took a spectrum of runners and there's no shape that a runner is, like I hate that conversation.
Yeah.
But you're going to say like someone who's 60 kilos to someone who's 120 kilos, how they're going to utilize the footwear is quite different. So we need options up here with those like fun foams, like comfortable, looking after their bodies, giving them a nice experience. And so I think that Hurricane 21 from Saucony fits that brief. Speaking of shoes, this is a really exciting time of the year for me because I get to see all the stuff for like June 2025 through to December 2025, early into 2026, depending on what brand I'm working with and whether or not I'm advising on some of the models that they're in production with. And so this week I got to see a first look at the Puma stuff that is now in production, ready to go for end of 2025, which I helped do some stuff with earlier last year. And they have like 3 new shoes, and I'm not allowed to talk about them. Fuck.
But they're cool.
Oh man, I can say there's a Magnify update that looks stunning. That is like stunning. And the thing I like about that is they haven't increased any prices. Now that new Fast R, there's going to be a Fast R 3. I was worried about these guys socking their shit in the bed with the Endorphin Elite 2. Yeah. I'm not worried anymore. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just fine. It's all good. So it's all good. I'll run a marathon next year. It's fine. I was like,
that's what we like to hear.
And then what really surprised me, and I don't mean this negatively, and because I know that the on boys listen, and I can't probably talk about the shoes too much either, even though some of the stuff is kind of already out and about. But I was really surprised and encouraged at some of the products they had. They've got a really nice sort of Vaporfly equivalent. They've got a really nice, I know you've seen it, Tommy.
Yeah.
They've got a really nice Alphafly equivalent. They've got probably, I'm going to say this and I can hang my hat on it if I'm wrong, probably the best trainer racer, like super trainer plated option that I've seen so far. Obviously, I haven't seen some of the other brands for next year yet, but if we were to compare it to what was on the shelf right now, oh dang, that thing's nice. Hot. And then 2 trail shoes, which were out the gate.
Yeah, Sammy said he would really like them.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So, I mean, hey, we're just going to have some more shoes.
For you guys to buy.
For you guys to buy. So, I mean, I love that. That's going to be, I think next year's going to be, because I've always sort of said this year that I've been a little disappointed.
Yeah, this year's kind of been
a little flat.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. I don't think anyone's done a bad job. I think we just had such an acceleration in 2023.
Yeah.
And that nothing really met my expectations.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just being mean.
No, it's pretty fair.
Like they've just been okay.
Yeah.
I think
there was no real jump.
I mean, we haven't had Nova Blast 5 yet, that's December.
Yeah.
That's real nice. So I think there's going to be one trainer that kind of comes in.
Yeah.
Then I think that'll be right. But yeah. So that's shoes. That's shoe of the week. Sorry. I apologise. No one ever sings with me.
I do sometimes.
I
just can't sing, so I just don't even try.
But neither can I. But I feel like that kid at Placender that just tries to have fun with everyone. Like, do you want to play with me in the sand pit?
And did Lee not sing with you? I feel like
Lee might have sung with me.
Yeah, Lee definitely sang.
Lee and I can have our own podcast where we sing. Cat can join us. Yeah.
Lee singing.
What else you got? Anything else?
No, that was it. Not much. I mean, next week we'll probably be a little bit more busy because you got you guys race week, and then we can do recaps on this race this weekend. But yeah, that was this week's. Body.
That's this week. And
Episode
so next
9.
And next, well, it's 10
No.
technically when
10.
you compare
Yeah,
the
true.
Commonwealth one. And so just next time when you're running on barefoot on the grass, just imagine you're getting licked by a whole lot of tiny grasses. And you gotta say it in the act. I get licked by the grasses.
And just remember Oska's voice
Yeah.
in your head.
Just
Licking your toes.
Just licking my toes. Just imagine my face.
If
Do you know on Snapchat how you can like superimpose yourself on inanimate objects?
Yeah.
Have you done
On
that?
the little
On the
grass.
grass thing? So it's just it's Oscar's face like
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
Oh, what a way to close it out. I don't care. Did you have anything else?
That's me. That's me.
I think we should do a gratitude round.
Gratitude round.
Yeah. Who are you thankful for this week, Tommy? I mean, you got to have something. Who are you thankful for?
Who or what?
Just anything.
What?
Who, what?
Having a job and having fun training with everyone.
Nice.
And the fam for supplying it. Supporting it. Literally. Yeah.
I'm just thankful I got a good sleep last night because honestly, I've been like.
What was
Good
Rob?
sleep every night.
Rob kicked you out? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're on the
Oh,
couch.
yeah. I've been out for the last week.
That's so rough. I'd like to thank Precision Gels for keeping me alive.
Yeah, actually, we just got top off of Precision too.
We did.
So
Come
get your Precision.
I also bought a sparkle.
Did you?
Well, not a full blown sparkle.
I did see that picture actually.
It's an inflatable one. Not an inflatable sex doll. That wasn't on
your
Instagram. No, Mitre 10. I should take shares out so I can make some of my money back for Mitre 10.
Well, now you've got a sauna and a sparkle.
We gave our sauna away.
Oh no.
Yeah, which is why. So we sold our sauna so we could buy the sparkle. Because we didn't really have anywhere for the sauna to go, and I love the sauna, but I probably love the sparkle more.
Spas are awesome.
It's just something about being a body of water.
It's probably more homely as well. Like, I don't know that Indy's going to go jump in the sauna with you.
That'd be pretty weird.
Yeah. She's like, I want to get them gains too. 8-year-old Indy.
So yeah, we got an inflatable sparkle, which actually is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, nice.
Sick.
It was pretty good.
Recovery on the up.
Up and up, baby. I'm getting up and up. Not that kind of up and up. Calm down, Tommy. Calm down.
I didn't say nothing.
Bro, I read your mind. Okay. Did it?
That is it.
Love you guys.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Eat your veggies.
Eat your veggies.